Hi, this is Norm again, and I'm with Helena at the Church of Christ in near Ammonia in Athens. And she was just telling me some incredible things about what the Lord's doing here in Greece and this opportune time, and she used the word revolution, right? That doesn't last forever. But tell us a little bit, especially for prayer, what's going on and how we could be praying better. Now, you've been here 23 years. You've been working at the ministry 23 years, is it?
30.
30 years, okay.
30 years. Well, my entire life,
Yeah.
My family was a Christian family that believed that Christian's life without service might as well not be.
Yeah.
That was, part of what we experienced our children, and then of course in adulthood we practice it to the best that we, of our ability. But yes, I do believe that prayer is underestimated.
Mm-hmm.
And we use the word prayer and I love you, like, not in the way that we should.
Yeah.
A prayer, has to be revered. It's holy. And we just find out now that the Christian world has truly been unprepared to receive those people that, the doors are open, not for us to go in, but for them to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, think about prayer. They don't even know what it is to pray directly to God.
Mm-hmm.
They only know how to recite, the Muslims, a certain prayer, because God is not their friend, so they have to speak to Him in a certain way. But we know that we're free to speak to Him.
Mm-hmm. And so what you're seeing an incredible open door with the masses of refugees that have come through Greece. Many of them have responded positively to the gospel and have even been baptized here.
Yes, yeah. Many. I don't know if we should say many or a lot or and that God has His hand on His people.
Mm-hmm.
He knows. Jesus appeared as an angel to Paul and said, "Do not leave this city because I have many people."
Mm-hmm.
So God knows who they are. Now the challenge is for us to invest.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
What would you say to people who are Jesus-loving people around the world as to how they can help? What are, we hate to say the word needs, but it's opportunity that we're talking about here. Not only storing up for yourself riches in heaven, but of really seeing people's lives changed who are really ready for the gospel. So what would you tell people? Just come.
Well, you see, God uses instruments. I don't mean musical instruments. God could have created all the billions of people on earth, but He created only two and told them, you go do this, you go multiply. He could have, done everything in the beginning, but He uses us. And for instance, excuse me, got a cold I cannot get over. I think that this is a challenge for us to come closer to Him, because if we invest in this opportunity, like in a nice way, I mean invest, not financially, that we will come closer to God, and we already have because of all this.
Yeah. So it has implications for Greece and Europe as well, maybe the whole Western
world. The whole world,
yeah.
I believe. Yeah, the whole world.
Yeah. So this would be a great place for people to come, especially long-term people.
Yes, we need long-term helpers. And it's like the Samaritan's purse, the Good Samaritan.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't solve all the problems of the man who was wounded. He was there momentarily, took care of his wounds, put him in a little motel for a few nights, and off he went. We never hear of him again. So it does not mean we're going to resolve all of their problems.
Yeah.
But for us to walk along with them in this difficult time, and hopefully, extend a little helping hand. Mother Teresa used to say to missionaries, wherever you go, be careful, do not do too much harm, because we're known for that. We bring our own preconceptions and our own agenda, and we're trying to, apply it where we go. So if we can just walk with them, and we do need long-term people. Like right now in the summer, there's just thousands of helpers. And by the mid-September, everybody's going to disappear. Like right now, we have about 40 workers here, okay? And we did last year as well. and November, December, and January, we were 2.
Oh, wow.
So
And
yes.
you've been working for a couple of years now without
Yes.
a vacation. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
7 days a week.
another story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
So,
the one last thing I wanted to ask you is in regards to the opportunity for entrepreneurial business
Yes.
or investment. We talked about farms and apartments and stuff like that.
well, it's interesting how God can give to people what they need. The difference is that He uses us. Okay? He could give the Syrian people houses. He does not need us, but that's part of the way He works. He uses us as instruments. And if people, hungry people pray to God for food, He will give me more food so I can share it. People here are just so desperate for housing. I know there are people in America and in Greece that have extra money that they could use it, for a period of time to provide housing and share, So right now, one of the primary needs, really, not just with the people that we, care for here at the Ammonia Church, is housing, temporary housing, at least for 1 year. And this is one of the reasons that, we want to have our own. I mean, we would like to manage 2 apartments and give people 1 year. 1 year is long enough for those that received asylum and need the housing to find a job, some kind of job and get integrated. And we're trying to put all of their kids in the Greek schools we already have. Over 20 children we have put in the Greek education system. They speak Greek, 3 months later they speak Greek. So yes, housing is very, very important right now for us. But above all, eternity is more important.
Yes.
So our continuous, prayer here and purpose is, yes, we give them food, we try to give them a place to stay, we give them clothes, medicine, education, English lessons, but we're looking like a little bit further out, which is eternity. And we're pretty bold about this here. We don't hold back to tell the Muslims, as well as the Greek Orthodox people, that the only way you can get to God is through Jesus Christ. Forget Mary and all of the saints altogether, prophets and all.
Thanks, Elini.
Okay.